Ladies and gents, guys and girls, friendly femmes and fellows all, welcome. Captain Total Waffle does indeed welcome you to the world of Divide and Conquer, where today we play as the Woodland Realm. And what a Woodland Realm it is. Last time around, we were successful in banishing Dol Guldur entirely from Mirkwood Forest.
I would fight for your people as if they
In
were
so
my
doing,
own.
we did this with the help of Bjarn of Dale, and apparently March Warden Haldir also was getting in on the action, which effectively
My lord,
did allow us to just claim Mirkwood for ourselves with the aid of a selected wonderful bunch of allies. We have thus confined Dol Guldur to a settlement somewhere in Ravanion, I believe. Not entirely sure as to where they are, but the important part is that now we can consolidate the Great Forest for our own goals and purposes. So, this is a bit of a merry situation. Of course, this new status quo should dictate a new direction for the show. We have basically trounced Dol Guldur. They're never going to come back in the same capacity that they have as such done until now. The most immediate enemy that we have to worry about is to the north of us, where the orcs of Gundabad are still duking it out with the dwarves of Erebor and the Valesmen of the Anduin River. So far, we have just traded with all parties and remained allied to the forces of good, as it were. So it is very possible that the orcs will not provoke us because they are busy already. In a similar vein, Mordor, I believe we're not enemies with Mordor as such. We brokered peace with them, didn't we? Yes, indeed we did. So they are not going to come for us specifically, and as far as I remember, yeah, the realm of Lothlorien, which basically bars our sudden bars us from having a sudden border with Mordor. Well, yeah, they're also at a neutral stance with the forces of Sauron. So them coming up to bother us is more than a long shot at this point, because one, they're probably busy fighting Gondor, and two, they'd have to get through Lothlorien in order to get here. And of course it seems that High March Warden Haldir and his Galathrim archers would, yeah, the forces of Mordor will have to do some,
for the light.
quite some doing achieve quite some doing in order to get rid of him. So at the moment I'm kind of yeah. Oh, additionally, one enemy that could sometimes come up is Rune, but not to be this time around, because Dale has basically well, they're just pushing them back across the entire Sea of Rune. They are confined to Algier, and I believe that Dorwinion also holds the entire eastern bank of the Runic Sea. So there's not really much to suggest that Rune would ever come anywhere near us at this point. All in all,
Is that what you want?
I think that we should prepare our forces in the north for a war against the Orcs of Gundabad, because they are the immediate threat. Even though, you know, Erebor is doing quite well. They have lost the Withered Heath and Arzanar, the fortress up there, but they still have Witherboard, and it seems that they are, well, at least actively fighting them.
Is that what you
Here
want?
we have Gobbler with the Mountain Guard. Now the barracks event has just kicked in, and so one of our main concerns will be to outfit our forces with the best archers in the game. This process can now commence, and so a period of building and relative stability is upon us. So yeah, I'm going to purchase some, let's get some roads up in here, almost double our trade income. I like to see that. Okay, Iron Rune and Master Builder's Hall. Okay, anything that increases population? Well, not really, but okay. We got a town guard, upgrade that. Maybe actually chuck in the roads, that'll be nice. Austin Guile, well, it's a similar story all around. We're going for growth and then other aspects of the economy. So we'll be doing that, and yeah, that's just gonna be it for now. And we have a guild available. Okay, Bladesman's Guild in a fortress. You know, I've heard of worse arrangements, so let's get that cracking.
Come, my brother. By the light
So,
of earth.
in the light of those events,
Come, my brothers.
I am sending Lyron to Enithara
Wind.
in order to try and stimulate the growth of the settlement.
By the light of
Thranduil
earth.
will head
Over
back
here,
to
elves.
Thranduil's
Orders
halls.
complete.
He's been away from home for quite a while, fighting
At ease.
those damnable orcs.
Stay
And
alert.
apparently, it's quicker to go around Mirkwood than through it, which I suppose would be mostly accurate. Dense foliage is quite a pain. But yeah, our economy is healthy.
My lord.
Our spy is just trying to locate Dol Guldur, wherever they may be, but it seems that Dorwinion has swept Ravanion utterly.
Speak
I
to
mean-
our dignitaries.
East Bite. I can't remember this. Okay, so we might as well just send him over there.
Tomorrow's journey planned out.
Or maybe
My lord.
Plains of Vidogavia. Yes, Ilanin is also held
I shall continue
by
tomorrow.
Dorwinion.
My lord. Your orders.
So the forces of good are soundly winning in the northeast, I would submit. Do we have any quests? No, we don't.
As you wish. I shall continue tomorrow.
We're neutral to the
Tomorrow's
Rohirrim.
journey planned out. Yes, my
Let's see,
lord.
we might as well try to
Your
get an
orders.
alliance with them.
Yes, my lord.
And an Anorian. Let's see what
Without
happens down here,
question.
because this is where good is up against it, really. It's,
Yes. Without question. Stopping here.
Minas Tirith reached. Denthor sits there.
Tired of ordering your own forces
Osgiliath
around,
has been
eh?
lost to Shivas. The desert sand. Well. It'll be interesting to see what knock-on effects the defeat of Dol Guldur will have. It might mean that Lothlorien will start knocking on Mordor's doors. I should at least expect the Anduin to push back against both the Orcs of the Misty Mountains and then of course also the Orcs in the north. Now that they don't have to worry about Dol Guldur at all, really. So, which might free up the dwarves to focus west. Every good nation ends up focusing west. So yeah, especially if we beat the orcs in the north, then things will look up for Latras as well. They will we will ease the pressure upon them from the orcs of the Misty Mountains, and which will then make the lives easier for the Northern Dunedain, who can focus on Angmar, and of course, we don't know exactly. I believe the Ered Luin script made the elves, made them accept the rings, so they might be a force for evil in the west, but really that's quite far away from us. But it seems that Torvalin has been addressed by an orc diplomat, which might be a sign that they are turning their attention toward us. Because usually them trying to bribe means they have some ill intentions. Friendless Halls, Bladesmith Guild, yes please, that's nice. So Darling Bar. Let's go for conversion, shall we? That'll be nice.
Come, my brothers.
Yeah, why not?
Onward.
Just
Orders
yeah,
completed.
brown boat held by them. Yeah.
Elves, we must give up the road.
Your orders. Yes. Yes, my lord. What is it you wish
Rothberg,
to discuss?
what do you say, Hammer?
You hold us at ransom, and you know this. Another proposition for us, then? I must say, we are
Ah, sure. Have a bit of money. I want to see the state of your kingdom.
We cannot thank you. Good day to you.
Okay, so they really wanted some money. Okay, they still hold the King's Land. They still hold. Okay, they're holding out pretty well against Isengard. Isengard only has, you know, basically the Westfold, west of the fords. So, you know, yeah. So, not Rohan isn't safe. They're not doing great either, but they're not. I wouldn't submit that they're entirely up against it either. So, and let's see. It's a castle, so. Oh yes, of course. The Woodland Realm can get. I believe the Woodland Realm can get the advanced archery range, the highest tier, third tier of archery range in castles. So I should actually upgrade that too. A bit of tea to make the empire management go down. Now, I won't say that this campaign isn't necessarily drawing to a close, but we are in the territory where challenge starts to be a matter of attrition against hordes of stack spamming orcs. So I might soon look to start a new campaign in order to basically diversify a bit on this channel. And I've been thinking of late that, speaking of the West and the turmoil over there, that a campaign in Bree would be quite an interesting one. Oh, hello. Bribing us again. Oh, we have an enemy army coming in, or potentially hostile army. Now, of course, they might be just heading to Anduin, the Vale, but the Valesman. But yeah, better safe than sorry. I think I will be sending some troops over.
They will not see us
Okay.
in the forest.
Where does he come in? I'm in the
By the light
Fuin.
of Elbereth.
Okay. Yeah, sure. I can absolutely work with that, because then I could just take,
For
for
the
instance,
light.
all these guys,
my lord.
send them
Onward,
over there,
sire.
send them over there,
Reinforcements.
and then,
Scout the area.
you know, if the enemy decides to come, we'll have an army ready to receive them with open arms. yeah, and since we're basically trading with everyone around us, business is beginning to verifiably boom. So let's get a leather worker here, because elves are precious. We want to ensure their protection. What should we get here? Maybe, I mean, yeah, this region doesn't trade that much, but it still adds a couple of hundred. But we could also go for a whole of music. Leather worker, meh. You know what? Stable is the way to go. We might have to upgrade our military capability a little bit. And what about here? Public baths? No, doesn't do much. Doesn't do much either. I mean, I suppose this town is capped for growth. Or we've reached the end of the line in terms of how much growth we can get in there without a general, but we do have a general coming. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to upgrade a leather worker, because that's a nice thing to have down, and it applies to gives a little bit of a boost to the economy. And yes, he just adds an entire point, which, you know, in these wonderful times, the power of 1 percentage point is very well illustrated
By the light of Elbereth.
with the R number of the ongoing coronavirus, you know. So, if ever there was a time where 3% matters verily over 4% matters over 3, this would be it. But let's make sure that he gets
Elves, we must give
there,
up
and
the
that he
road.
doesn't get blocked on the
All is
way.
completed.
Okay.
Yes, my lord. My lord.
Marches to the Northmen.
Approaching.
Yeah, barrage. Everything is in the hands
Approaching.
of people we like. I mean, I suppose
Tomorrow's journey.
there's a castle down here
I shall
where
continue.
Dolguldur actually might be hanging out. So I'm going to send him over there, just to check. Not that I'm sincerely planning on taking that, because it would be a bit of an island in the sea of Dorwinian, but Dorwinian settlements, and yeah, but you know, if they don't, I might as well, I guess. We'll take it as it comes. Shooting from the hip. Not really something an archer should be doing at any point in time, but you know. But yes, I'm thinking of a Breland campaign. Also because it's a change of pace, both in terms of where we're fighting, but also what kind of fights we're fighting. Because of course the elves are some of the most overpowered factions in the game, and if not the most overpowered. And if we're talking about the bottom rung of military prowess, Bree wouldn't be, well, out of place, would they? Orcs of Gundabad coming in with a diplomat, and yes, they send their forces here. Hello!
The enemy is at our gates! To the defenses!
Indeed. And we anticipated them. That's the joy of towers. Oh, and they're sending a lot, actually. I do generally find that in this game, the AI doesn't necessarily let the player go unchallenged for very long. It seems that if you have dealt with all enemies in your immediate vicinity,
Elves!
they will make it a point to ensure that you don't get bored or complacent, and other factions will just jump in and take the place of your former enemies. Which is interesting. I'm not sure if I like it or not, because it seems like an artificial constraint on gameplay. But on the other hand, you know, it does keep the pace up.
Scatter them!
Okay. So, this is actually interesting. Our blue bar is a little bit shorter. Not insignificantly shorter. Not an insignificant amount, actually. Shorter than the red one here. And yet, we actually have more elves than there are orcs on the field. Which isn't very common, I would submit. I suppose it would be the Orc Avengers doing that, because they are truly terrifying enemies. So... yeah, we'll have to surround them, basically. Because we don't have... I mean, despite elves being great and all, the snow orcs are pretty damn good also. And, I mean, this... Skilled against mounts, reliable as stove, powerful charge, excellent stamina, 17 attack, 26 defense, and twice as many per battalion as our own. So, yeah. Basically, the same stats, but ours are fewer and they're archers. Okay, well, let's save to be sure, and let's try to do this thing.
Put an end to this evil.
Now, they are likely to try to take on the town garrison first. They usually do that. If a larger army is coming in to support a weaker army, then the defending slash assailing, you know, the besieging force will usually go after the weaker of the two initially. But let's see if we can't divert them simply by using our missile prowess. We're slightly disadvantaged on the terrain, but I mean, let's see what we can make of it.
We must protect the woods. We come from the woods. This is the way. This is the way. This is the way. Give them your spears.
Okay. We don't have many archers here today, but what we have are important. Okay. So where are they going? Okay, they're consolidating on the hill, it seems. Well, we can't reach them very well because of the hill. So let's just make everybody go there and make it sharpish. Okay, we are very fast runners. I believe we're faster than they are. 95%. 98%. Oh yeah, they're standard orc speeds. Okay. So, at least we now have consolidated our army. So, our archers outrange theirs by some margin, I should think. So, let's see if we can't use that to some kind of advantage. At least our bodyguard archers do. So if we're a bit clever about it, why don't we see if we can target those wolves? Because I actually don't want them to be a factor in this. If I can avoid it. I don't have any great way of dealing with them other than just trapping them with spearmen. Which I suppose is a pretty good way, all things considered, but I'm getting the feeling that I'm going to need some kind of infantry superiority here, and having to divert a lot of troops for countering cavalry is not really my idea of holding a good line in all this. Okay, we only need to climb that by a factor of 2, and then we're golden. Then they should start coming at us. Oh! And they do. Let's move you over there. Let's move you over there. Oh, sorry. I'm having some hiccups today. Literal hiccups. And I haven't been able to shake them for a couple of hours now. That's annoying. Okay. Okay, our new enemy emerges. 16 armor! 16! Okay. Let's send out those guys. Flank with javelins, that's always nice. Charge those guys. Throw javelins, please. Yeah, and they're waiting for me to have engaged my spearmen, which is actually quite clever. I do approve of the AI being able to do that. Damn, it's more even than I wanted to be. But then again, these are lowest tier units. And it's not like... Ooh. It's not exactly like we have the greatest numbers advantage. Wow. What Woodland Warriors doing? They're doing fine. It seems. Kind of. Maybe. Oh! Damn it, wow! They really are beating us with some force. Okay. What we really need these archers to do is flank them. Okay. Those Orc Avengers. Man, they're just so darn powerful. Okay. I need you to chase after the wolves. So, do that for me, please. Wow. Raiders 10-14 and 9-13. Yeah. So theirs are statistically better. And the Snork scouts are beating out the warriors. I mean, that's just crazy town. And the marauders are beating units that are skilled against mounts. I mean, not sure I approve of that. Damn, this is gonna be close. There I was, talking about overpowered elves, and then here comes the game as if to remind me of what hubris means, and then just, yeah. Oh, it's almost funny, in a way. Okay. We need to break those guys. Ah. And those mountain orc hunters, yeah, okay. We need to do something about that. No, they're chasing a bodyguard. Why are they chasing the...
Our ally lies dead, slain by the enemy.
It's
We
not
must
good.
help his men avenge him.
It's not too good at all. I actually think we might lose this. I probably... Yeah, I made a mistake in not firing upon the mountain orc hunters first, because now they have actually done the job terrifyingly well. Mountain guard, good.
Only half the enemy force remains.
Cut around there. It's nice. Okay. I mean, we might eke a victory from this, but actually, right now, I'm not too optimistic. If we can kill that general, we stand a chance. And the game is having one of its weird moments where it can't decide who wins, so it just who's winning, so it just becomes they both are. That's that happens once in a while.
The evil here must be lifted.
Okay. And here comes the raiders to ruin our fun. Somewhat decimated, but
Soldiers of Mirkwood.
this is not the best situation in which I've ever found myself, and now I have to stop a cavalry unit with archers of all things. So please fire, my pretty friends. If you value your lives, kill those guys before they reach you. Not just one or two. Come on, give them a volley that they'll feel in that. No, damn it. Yeah, this is pretty much lost and done for. We did take a number of them, but where's the general at? He's scraping it somewhere around here. Oh, there he is. Four of them left. Okay. Okay, we're gonna run away, and we're gonna try and snipe that general. It's not going to happen, I think, but it would be one silver lining from this battle.
Pray something changes in the course of battle, for defeat seems almost certain.
Oh no, my man. Yeah, defeat is pretty certain at this point. It's more what we can. Gain from this victory. Damn.
The evil here must be lifted.
Yeah, and they're not in their ideal matchup at all. Heavily armored elves against armor-piercing orcs. Okay, we did slay the general, so now I'll try to just quit the battle and see if my general survives. I don't think he will.
Been dealt a stinging defeat today.
I almost don't even. I don't really want to look at the stats, really. So, yeah, consolidation of power challenged. The mountain orcs are doing better than I thought they were. Seeing as how they have 2 enemies on their doorstep. But apparently they do want 3.
Yes, my lord, save me. There's still time to save our people.
That's weird. Getting the same message time and time again.
For the light!
And our general died.
I'm gonna stick you!
And most of the Orc Avengers healed. Ugh, that's quite disappointing. Okay. Gonna cancel that. Can cancel that. This is when we start training troops. Slightly too late. Yeah. Okay. I think this calls for
Yes, my lord.
some forces to leave the south.
Stay
And we do have some forces here. And I'm like
My lord.
terribly sorry about that. Okay,
Swiftly! Form up!
we
By the
have.
light of Elbereth! Elves! Elven warriors!
Can you leave? Yeah, you can.
Onward!
Good.
Orders completed!
Okay,
Elves! Yes, my lord. Be vigilant.
then we will have a reinforcing army from the south. We are going to kick their teeth
Sire.
in.
Over here, elves! At ease! Elves, we must give up the road!
And we shall muster an army in the north as best we can.
Warriors!
My lord.
Don't care about Dol
Approaching
Guldur anymore.
quietly.
We're gonna send our
Tomorrow's
spy
journey
north
planned
to, well, yeah, basically anticipate enemy movements and see if we can, if there are holes in their defenses that we can exploit. They have, of course, that. Yeah, okay, marksman. Yeah. I do want that because these are wonderful. These are great. These are beasts. So, Aaron Runen. So what can we get? What can we? Yeah, just continue down that path. Sounds good. Now we will sadly lose the town. Not exactly. Ah. And then, of course, the reinforcing army from the north comes in to aid them. That will be a bit of a hard nut to crack, but I'm kind of hoping that that was their SS troops just hitting us with their best and brightest. But yeah, I'm hoping. Basically, I'm hoping that that larger army isn't purely made up of Orc Avengers, because that would be trouble. We don't have too much that deals with heavily armored units. The Hinidao can do it in a pinch simply because they are so powerful anyway. And when we have the Elder Council, they're good against them. Thranduil's bodyguard. And beyond that, it's just trying to overwhelm them with stat advantage, really. Yeah, okay. Here they come. Then at least we get to see what they have. Okay, this is all lower tier, so probably survivable, especially if we have some cavalry. But sorry, not for you.
Doomed!
Ah, they're not letting us go that easy.
There are too many! We'll need reinforcements!
You're very much right, my good man.
Conceal our movements.
And now the Holmberg is under siege. Torflin occupied. That's better than having it sacked, so I'm pleased with that. Bugger off, tarts. You're not gonna get anything from us now.
By the light of Elbereth.
You weren't before, you're certainly not now.
At ease. Elves. We
Oh
must
dear.
stop the road. Orders complete.
Terribly sorry about this hiccup. Damn it. I really thought of it. I was getting out of it, but
Elves. Sire.
time makes fools of us all.
Yes, my
Okay.
lord. Onward. Follow me. Ready, elves. Elves. My lord. Come on. Reinforcements.
So that's a respectable army.
Stay
Head
alert.
north, please. Yeah. I guess that's basically it. Let's... Do we get another general? I don't think so. What? Ah, no. Okay, that's the spy. Less critical. Thranduil is more important. For a moment, I was thinking that it was he whom I had left standing in the middle of Dale. Fortunately, I was mistaken. So. Damn it! I mean, a new enemy challenges this campaign, and apparently it's not snow orcs as much as it is hiccups. I'm terribly sorry. It was a good lunch, though. I'll say that. Ah. And hello to you. Diverting troops that way. Okay. Okay, so they've split that army up, it seems. Yeah. Follow me a bit further into the Valesman territory. I'm sure the Bjornings will be delighted with your presence. Eventually, once it's their turn. Oh, the Lord of Dol Guldur is dead. Let's go return to Mordor. Candace dead. A lot of death. Lorien prospers. We have been rewarded with a gift from the council. Okay. Now we need to start outfitting Amun. Oh, I'm only seeing this now. I made the mistake of. Oh dear. My reputation. My 1 week long reputation has been sullied by misspelling. Oh dear. Let's get some Woodland Warriors. What about this? Let's see. Sure. Why not? It's a bit expensive for that increase, but of course it will accumulate. It'll start to add up over time as more buildings are made. Okay. Let's start taking a look. Recruitment report. Okay, so we got a lot of basic units.
Onward!
Next turn you can go there, so we might have to move. Yes, we do have to move these guys out of Enethat already. To meet up with him. And then Aaron Runen will join. We'll basically have a full banner army of elves knocking on the doors of Torfalin before long. Let's do it like this. I think that makes the most sense. Doggleder destroyed.
My lord.
Good thing I didn't go looking for them then. Okay.
Approaching quietly. I shall continue tomorrow.
And Thranduil.
By the light of Elbereth! Over here, elves!
Come on here.
Elves, we must give up the road. Yes, my lord.
Go to Thranduil's
Swiftly.
horse.
For the light!
Any more training? No, not really. You know what?
Elves! Yes, my lord. Conceal our movements. Not possible.
Okay, and better roads are established. More income is generated. I'm kind of glad now that I don't have to worry about Rune knocking on the door. Because having to deal with the Snow Orcs and Rune, two heavily armored factions, you know, wouldn't exactly be ideal for our current military outfit. Okay, so here we go. Snow Orcs, the Dominion of Isengard. Here come the Snow Orcs. What'll they do? What'll they do? Will I even know? They will try to bribe Thranduil's halls yet again. And yeah. We ain't gonna take it. Like the Who sang back in the 60s. We ain't gonna take it. Sorry, everyone. Okay, Emmenevern Stables. Let's see what else can we get that's good. I suppose let's get an artist studio. Might as well start some semblance of conversion in that town. Leather worker would be nice. Barracks. Oh yes, of course, the Mighty Ithawar. They would be rather good, actually. So let's get some of those ASAP.
Elves, onward!
Ooh. Mounted archers, always a nice addition.
Yes, my lord. Ready, elves! For the light! Swiftly! Reinforcements! Elves, we must give up the
Okay.
road. Elves,
And here comes King Thranduil, the mighty.
like the
The
wind.
mighty.
Stay alert.
And even with stretching the financial capacity pretty far, going on recruitment sprees and whatnot, I'd actually say that this economy is looking pretty promising. Sorry. Let's get a barracks, actually. We might not yet have the culture for it, but at least we'll have it when culture arises.
Come
So,
on.
start the process of getting those guys back. And, oh yes.
Approaching
What
quietly.
do you guys have in the board? Ooh, King Thorin.
Ah, sorry, my lord. I'm no diplomat.
And they have taken the Withered Heath. That's nice. They're putting some pressure on those
I shall
dastardly orcs. Of which I do approve. Which means it means they might divert troops
Elven
away
warriors.
from Torflin, allowing us to take it more easily. Ah. So, Legolas makes his way back to Torflin, where his journey started. I should think that he is pretty miffed about his former home being now occupied by filthy scum of Morgoth. So, let's do something about it, shall we? Ooh, Minas Tirith fielding quite the force, it seems. But they are also assailed from all sides. So, you know, they need all they can get, really.
Watch the flank.
Ah, and here they come. We ambush, which means there is no choice but simply to fall back or die.
Fall back.
Oh dear me. Well, at least he can make it to Erendolan now. Maybe get some retraining going. Taking Torflin right on it.
By the light of Elbereth.
On it like a like an elven bonnet.
Orders completed.
Not that they seem to be wearing many of those. Yes, Elven King's Bogard. I like. Actually, all the archers. Give me all the archers. Gonna upgrade some economy stuff.
Yes, my lord. My lord. Onward. This is the way. Stay alert. By the light of Elbereth. Like the wind. Elves.
Okay.
Sire,
What does it take?
Take it
2
for the
turns. You know,
Lord,
now that I think of it, let's see what happens
approaching
over
quietly,
here.
approaching quietly,
Because
approaching quietly.
have
Yeah,
a
okay.
taste of my
so
blade.
Uvsak is hanging out over there. He could come in at a moment's
I'm gonna
notice.
stick.
My lord,
And Torflin itself is somewhat heavily defended, but
I shall continue to mock.
let's see what they do. And let's see if our spy can infiltrate the settlement and allow us, shall we say, in video game parlance, early access? Anyone? Anyone? No, sorry, terrible joke. Terrible joke. And I do not mean to imply that video game developers all over the world are simply trying to get in early doors in order to kill everybody with bows and arrows. That would be slightly weird, but maybe a good Monty Python skit. I don't know. But of course, okay. But it seems that this the southern force has moved away, but for all I know, it might be hiding in the trees, ready to pounce. So it might be an idea to scout out a few of the potential wooden locations before sending our spy into Torflin, just to make sure that the area is clear. Okay. Variax of terribly sorry. Hiccup. That is apparently the bane of my existence today. Okay. So we have a captain going north,
My lord,
and they have indeed reinforced the city with their, or the town with their army. Now, despite his skill, he's only 50-50 basically on getting in successfully. Will I take that risk? Not yet.
watching
Let's see if we can improve his skill.
from the shadows.
We didn't do that exactly, but okay.
My lord,
Let's see. Do they have any forces up here? Rakeberg, almost nothing actually. So, what do they have?
quietly.
I wonder. Ooh, King Mazok with his Pale Uruks, I believe they are. Yes, indeed, Pale Uruks.
Impossible, my lord.
Oh,
Approaching.
Okay then, well, the consolidation of forces behind Prince Legolas continues.
Onward! Orders completed. For the light.
Yes, my lord.
So let's take our finest.
My lord. We join in arms. Come, my brothers.
Indeed we do. Let's see. Not that heavily armored, so, and they do have a lot of not terribly heavily armored troops. The scouts, the walks, the raiders. So let's
Elves,
chuck in a
for the
few more
light.
archers maybe. Oh,
Follow me.
we do have a
Elven
lot of
warriors.
archers actually. So
Elves. Elven
one
warriors.
archer, one woodland warriors.
Come on.
That should be good.
Reinforcements.
I am
Assail.
confident that this army will achieve great things. I guess the moral of the story for any elven army will be not to go down on archers. I mean, they're just so essential to success. Okay. Okay, we're starting to lose money consistently, so our recruitment
My
spree
lord.
might have to come to an end. It's funny that recruiting 20 units is a recruitment spree in terms of the elves, but it really is. That is an investment. And it's quite a heavy price for an elven economy to bear, because their units cost 300 or more apiece. Some of them run up into 400, 500s. So all in all, you're looking at an expenditure of 8,000 a turn just to field Thranduil's army there, which is considerable, I'd say. 8,000 a turn, that's a lot. So let's just see in our total finances, because we can actually call these up by using the keyboard and a bit of patience. So we can see that our total army upkeep is just below 8,000, and most of that, I think all of it actually, is Thranduil's army. So yeah, that is the state of elven finances. Put it into archers. And put it into archers we certainly have. But I'm looking forward to the Hinted Hour. To getting those on the field. Continuously trying to quell not only my thirst, but also my hiccups with water. Okay, Snow Ox coming up. What will they get up to now? I mean, they should be able to see us, I think. They should be able to see us coming, so... Okay. They just continue to stand there with lards and bribe us to death, or, well, bore us to death. Really, because they can't bribe us. So okay. Another runic Khan has died.
Sire.
They seem to have done very little in terms of actually bolstering their defenses. Let's see if we can do it. Ooh, this is a nail biter, really. And he died. Damn it, blast it. Okay.
Scatter them. Put them down. Have your weapons ready, elves.
Okay, we're not completely up against it in terms of finances. We're just not making a lot. And of course, this is a turn where we have no building expenditure. So the next turn we might run into more trouble because we have that, and I mean, yeah, God knows what else.
Your orders.
Yeah, okay. Let's think about this. They do have a bunch of archers, but our archers are better. We would like to face them in the field. Ideally we would. If they would come out, that would be smashing. They can last 9 turns. I'm not willing to wait that long, so we'll construct some siege equipment. I'll make ladders, I think, because then my fast elves can just chip around to sections of walls that are undefended. And they can run with ladders, which towers just can't, so. But I think I am going to end it there. So, from here in the Total War Waffle Hut, Captain Waffle bids you all a wonderful evening. And I hope to see you for the next episode, where very likely King Thranduil the Mighty will challenge, well, Shagoof, I suppose. But until then, have a wonderful day, evening, night, morning, whenever you're watching this. It's all good with me, and I'll see you around.